Hello, story time. Benga and Olamide got married. They were very much in love, but there was a problem. And that was the fact that every time Olamide would, just make some certain decisions on her own. And she did that with so much love in her because she felt she could, handle certain things. For instance, the Benga would just come back to the house and realize that the TV had been changed. And then, you know, she would her in her defense, she felt like the old one was no longer necessary. And now that they were married, it's good for them to upgrade and she could afford it anyway. So she had to change. Okay. So Benga let that slide. Another time came and then he came back and then realized that the bed was already changed. And she was like, that bed you had used was in time you were a bachelor. Now we need new ones and ones that will actually be very good. And she found one on sale. Could you believe it? You know, and she was like, why are you not happy? I thought you'd be very happy that, you have a supportive wife, who is doing all of this. Okay. This kept on and on until one day when Olamide came back from work and then she realized that her entire kitchen was painted black. And he was like, she was in devastated. And then she called out to her husband. Menga rushed in and said, what's the matter? What's the matter? He said, why is the kitchen entirely black right now? And he was like, oh, I forgot to tell you that he saw this very cheap paint in the market and knew that he really needed to use. And he has been having this desire to have his kitchen painted black. So he just felt he should just do it. And after all, it was a deal. So he didn't think that she was stressed about it. And that period she felt really weak. And she was like, how can you make such a decision without letting me know? And it was like, oh, but you have been making so many decisions without letting me know. That day she realized how she had been hurting him, not discussing certain things. Now, it could be that your help is actually stemming from a good place and stemming from really wanting to genuinely be a supportive wife or husband. But it's important that your spouse never feels left out. Discussing with each other, even though that particular decision might actually be a good idea, there could also be a better idea or a better resolution. So, and even if you also always even run with that particular one, there's no harm in letting your spouse realize that both of us are in this boat together. So discuss through things and be willing to listen to their inputs. That way, you help and encourage a healthy marriage. I hope this helps you. Till next time, have a good one. Bye.